The 8 biggest artificial intelligence trends in 2022. As someone that's a futurist that looks at artificial intelligence very carefully, I've written 2 books on the topic, The Intelligence Revolution and Artificial Intelligence in Practice. So I watch the space very carefully, and I believe that in 2022 we will see artificial intelligence continue along the path to becoming the most transformative technology we as humans have ever developed. And according to Google CEO Sundar Pichai, its impact will be even greater than that of fire and electricity on the development of our species. So let's look at some of the key trends we're seeing. The first one is AI will augment our workforce and our jobs. So we'll see more of our jobs being outsourced to AI because they can do now amazing things. They can read, write, speak, smell, do many things that previously only humans could do. And this will free up humans to do the things that we as humans can do best. Things like creativity, like emotional intelligence, like all the things we as humans excel at, and we can give some of the mundane, some of the repetitive work to AIs. And this will impact our workforce across every sector and every job in 2022. We will also see a bigger and better language modeling capability. So language modeling is the process that allows machines to understand and communicate with us in language we understand. We can even use it to take natural human language and turn it into computer code that can run programs and applications. We have recently seen the release of GPT-3 by OpenAI, the most advanced and largest language model ever created, consisting of around 175 billion parameters, so variables and data points that machines can use to process language. And OpenAI is known to be working on its successor, GPT-4, that will be even more powerful. So although the details haven't been confirmed yet, some people believe that it will contain up to 100 trillion parameters, making it 500 times larger than GPT-3, and in theory, taking a big step closer to being able to create language and hold conversations that are indistinguishable from those of a human. It will also become much better at creating computer code. The third one is cybersecurity. This year, the World Economic Forum identified cybercrime as potentially posing a more significant risk to society than terrorism. So, as machines take over more of our lives, hacking and cybercrime inevitably become more of a problem. AI is very good at analyzing network traffic and learns and recognizes patterns that might suggest nefarious intentions. And this will be a big thing in 2022. My fourth one is the AI and the metaverse. Metaverse is the name given to a unified, persistent digital environment where users can work and play together. It's a virtual world like the internet, but with the emphasis on enabling immersive experience, often created by the users themselves. People like Mark Zuckerberg and companies like Microsoft are helping to build the metaverse, and AI will undoubtedly be a linchpin in the metaverse. It will help us to create online environments where humans feel at home at having their creative impulses nurtured. The fifth one is low-code and no-code AI. What we will see is much of what we've seen with web design, for example. In the past, you needed to have very detailed programming skills to create a website. Now we have a simple dragging and dropping graphical interface that we use to build our websites. The same will happen to artificial intelligence and machine learning, where we have simple tools that we can use to build our AI. So less reliant on the detailed skills, more on using AI to develop applications. And this will truly democratize artificial intelligence technology in 2022. My sixth trend is data-centric AI. I just had a really good conversation with Andrew Ng, and you can see this on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this. And he, as one of the pioneers in AI and especially deep learning, he's now pushing this concept and Traditionally, we have seen artificial intelligence as something that relies on big data. We needed algorithms, neural networks that use huge volumes of data that we then use to train them, so they were software-centric. This new idea is that we will focus more on the data, because lots of applications beyond the big tech mega companies that have access to billions of data sets and very unique data sets that are very structured. If you then look at other settings like healthcare, manufacturing and others, they don't have the same data volumes, they haven't got the same generic data points. So for those to use AI, we need to rely more on the data. So it will become more important to have better, higher quality data that is labeled, that where we use domain expertise from people to help us label the data and then use AI and machine learning to develop better technologies. My seventh trend is autonomous vehicles. As well as increasingly effective autonomous cars, Tesla says that its cars will demonstrate full self-driving capability by 2022. Its competitors include Waymo, created by Google, and companies like Apple, General Motors, and Ford, and they are all expected to announce major leaps forward in the next year. 2022 will hopefully also see the first autonomous ship crossing the Atlantic, as the Mayflower autonomous ship will sail from the UK to the US. And my eighth trend is creative AI. AI has now become creative. We can use it for co-creativity, and AIs can already be used for things like creating headlines for articles and newsletters. We can use it to design logos and infographics, and the creative side of AI will simply explode over the coming years. So these are my 8 AI trends for 2022. Subscribe to my channel for a lot more content on AI and future tech and business trends, and check out my latest books on the topic as well.